Yeah, it's been a while. Been sort of busy and haven't really had the energy or the time. Uh, I do have a video which I'm editing, not right now in the woods, but need to film some B-roll for that. Anyway, uh, taking a day off from work, and I figured out I'd go out for lunch. I'll bring you guys with me. It's not gonna be that much talking, but I figured, I'd have you guys join me. So let's get to cooking. You guys see anything? There you go. So yeah, I'm just in a nearby forest. Not really in the great outdoors, but still beats staying indoors. It's kind of fun. At least I found a place with no snow. This is fun. Like it really is. Basically, take some time off from everything, some time for yourself. Which I get the irony of live streaming. You know, even though I'm supposed to be taking time for myself, but sort of defeats the purpose. But anything for content, right? Should have brought a match. There we go. The bad part about this is the flame is invisible, so you can't really tell without actually testing whether it's burning or not. Just got some pasta, you know, basic, just that water type of stuff. You know, yeah, I don't know. I love doing this sort of stuff. Like, I'd love to go out camping or hiking. I don't have, I mean, I do have the time. I just don't do it for no apparent reason. But at least like this sort of 30 minutes, 60 minutes, even in a nearby forest, just cooking some dinner or lunch, and just going out for sandwiches. Pretty fun. And now we're waiting for the water to boil. I guess I'll show you guys the scenery a bit. How do I turn this around? There we go. So I'm out by the lake. I mean, I live in a city that's surrounded by water, so it's not that hard. There's the city center right there, so not like I'm out in the wilderness. But at least there's water, and not that many people around. Oh, it is like noon, so and it's Monday. Pretty much everybody's at work. But yeah, I guess whilst I'm waiting for the water to boil, uh, I'll recap the past few weeks. So the season's over now. I'm not. I don't have a. I don't have any races coming up. Ooh, there's a huge squirrel. Let's see if I can show it to you guys. There it is. That's a squirrel. Yeah, they're pretty tame. This is. There's a harbor, non-commercial one, but like there's a bunch of people walking around these places. Anyway, yeah. So for the past few weeks, uh, sort of been off-season stuff. I've been doing some. I've had a few fast-paced days with like repeats or the Rory Linkletter session, and some. I did a park run a week ago, so 5K. Coincidentally, um, my A race was like 3, 4 weeks ago, and I had a time of like 43 minutes or something. Like that was the race I was sort of building up for throughout the whole season, and ended up being pretty much my slowest 5K of the year, including the park runs I did in January or February when it was like minus 20 degrees. But yeah, so I don't know what happened. I just didn't have the speed in me, so it was like the slowest 5K. But now, uh, a week ago on Saturday, I had a park run, and it was sub 40, like 39 something. So I don't know. I guess my head wasn't in the game when it came to the actual A race, but yeah, it is what it is. I have no intention of trying to improve my time anymore for this year at least. I'm still gonna go do some park runs. I'm still gonna continue running, all that like training. But for next season I'll focus more on triathlon. Let me put you guys back down. There you go. So yeah, next season I'll focus more on triathlon. So we decided to bring back cycling, but it snowed. I know it doesn't seem like it here, but we got like a good 5 centimeters of snow, and now it's hovering around 0 degrees. So whenever it's sunny outside, everything starts to melt. But on these, uh, you know, what's it called? Shadows? This when it's not sunny outside, everything freezes over, so it's extremely slippery. I can still go out for runs. I have my studded shoes, so that's not too bad. Though, uh, gonna have to go for a few runs before I start doing anything fast because takes a while for my mind to get ready for the to actually trust the studded shoes. Is that a tick or a ladybug? That's not a tick though. It's too big. That's some sort of a bug. Anyway, so yeah, I do have my studded shoes. So running in the winter is not a big issue, but it's gonna take a while. And same thing goes for cycling, though I don't have studded tires on my bike. Uh, so I'm gonna have to wait for a while until it gets actually until we get to like proper snow that stays on the ground. That's when it's not gonna be as slippery. So I'm gonna feel safer to go out for a bike ride. So I don't know. It's gonna be winter season is usually just zone two stuff, anyways. But the biggest problems I've had when it comes to riding my bike is I'm not used to it. So hitting my legs pretty hard and my tush is not. Like it's been a good few years since I last rode like proper any proper distances. So my ass kind of hurts on the saddle. I do have the cycling pants with the, what's it called, chamois, the soft diaper stuff. But I also don't want to put those on for like 10K rides. Feels kind of, I don't know. Plus, it's not the end all be all solution, anyways. It's gonna take some time to get used to sitting, being back on the saddle, literally. Uh, but yeah, that's the plan. And as for the Project Power, it's been going surprisingly well. I've been doing like, these 10, 20-minute stuff workouts pretty much daily. I have missed a few for sure, and they're not all, just bicep curls. It's mobility as well, uh, especially this one where it's really focusing on the ankles and Achilles and all that. It's opening up your hips. It's a really good workout or mobility workout, which I should have been doing previously, but you know I just haven't because I've been uh, I don't know lazy I guess. But yeah, that's been fun and people coming around. Yes. The squirrel's getting awfully close. I need to hide my food. But yeah, um, yeah, like I'm in the process. Like the whole point of the Project Power is to build in that habit. So the squirrels are right, or mating. I don't know. Yeah, sorry. Uh, distracted by wildlife. Can you guys see that? Where is it? Hey there, buddy. Yeah, so the whole point of the project Power is to build in that habit of continuously doing strength and conditioning and mobility workout as part of my training. And even, geez, there's a ton of this. There's at least 3 squirrels hanging out. I'm not sure if they're looking for some, trying to get my food or what. Anyway, so yeah, building the habit. Uh, Obviously, it's gonna make me stronger as well, and help with the mobility. But 3 months, it's gonna make some difference for sure. Or however many months I keep doing this, but it's not gonna carry over for an eternity. But hopefully, the habit of doing that, not necessarily daily going forward, but several times a week, that should help me in you know in my running, in my riding, in my swimming, everything. It's sort of a basis for progressing on. I'm distracted now. Sorry. But strength and conditioning, mobility, stretching, all that. It's a key to aid me in improving running, cycling, swimming, all areas of fitness because uh, as I saw a few years ago when I was doing the longer distances, like the half marathons or the Pirkan, the 33K one, after like 10, maybe 15 kilometers of running, my technique broke and I could notice spike, well, not a spike, but my heart rate kept climbing higher than it should be based on the data. There was sort of a bump up there because I was struggling to keep up the pace because my technique broke down. So that's the whole point of strength and conditioning. It's not so much to make you faster, but it's meant to help you sustain that technique so that you can keep up the pace that you train to do, you know? So I'm not going to get faster by doing strength and conditioning, but I will be able to, maintain that pace, keep up for longer times because my body, you know, all those tiny support muscles and everything, they still function. They don't get as tired as easily, at least. Obviously, running, cycling helps more when it comes to running and cycling, but still, it's I don't know. Am I even making any sense now? Also getting a bit hungry. But yeah, as for this whole going outdoors for lunch, uh, it's a mental thing. It helps me take my mind off of everything. You know, like work, all this, anything that's causing stress, training, videos, editing, all that sort of. And I don't know why is it so that when I'm moseying about the city, it's not the same as going into forest. Even though this is like technically inside the city, basically, I can just about throw. I could. I've walked across the lake during winter time. Like it's 1 kilometer to get to the other side. So, and I live like just around the block. So it's not like I'm out in the great wilderness, but still going outside, going outside like this, taking a moment, having some lunch. It does marvels. But yeah, anyways, the I'm gonna try and film some B-roll for the video I'm editing right now. If not, then I'll just post it as is, just to get some stuff up back on the channel. I know I've been lacking there. All in all, the goals I set for this year, they're still attainable. I'm gonna need to focus on getting those park runs in, but you know, still there's still time. But now I'm focused on just I'll shut up now and eat my food. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope each and every one of you has a glorious day. Take care.